Welcome, Gearheads, to another Lugnutz.
Recorded on August 28th, 2022. Ford. The last Megane. I'm not going to talk about how it began. N1 Honda style MC20 with DMNC concepts. Hey, we got concepts and cheaper Y.
Drive on Lugnutz.
Right on over here to facebook.com/Lugnutz Podcast. Also, check out our content on pjandwh.com. But we also want you to check out this first story.
Ford. You know, we all know Ford's been struggling a little bit lately. So they're going to raise their prices on the Lightning and the Mustang Mach-E.
Okay.
The SUVs they got rolling.
Yeah.
They're going to raise them from $3,000 to $8,000, depending on the package. So
Wow, $8,000 for a car. That's amazing.
yeah, $3,000 to $8,000 more.
Oh, more. Wow.
But they
About to
are
say,
still
that's a hell of a deal.
They are still eligible for the tax credit.
Well, there you go.
So-
That's why.
But it'll still cost you more. Everybody does what they can to make ends meet, I guess.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you can't push out that product. Now, I did hear rumblings that the market is starting to ramp up, which is really good signs. But I'm really hoping that somebody starts making these goddamn cars soon. Not just Ford.
Well, we got all sorts of news, just like what's Honda doing?
Yeah, what is Honda doing?
Honda in Japan is releasing a key class car, the N1, designed to invoke the N360, the brand's first passenger car.
The first time I heard the term key car was in the Bare Naked Lady song. What was it, 1 week? But I was like, what is that? And then I went down like a rabbit hole, and I was like, that's a whole style of car. Oh, my God. And
this is garden green. It also has platinum white, meteor gray, and premium ivory pearl 2.
Shit stained
Not one,
brown coming
2.
soon.
60cc naturally aspirated 3-cylinder engine that produces 63 horsepower. CVT.
It gets you to the grocery store, man. That's what it's for. A to B.
But with the CVT, there is also good news. They will be offering a 6-speed manual, and it only will cost $1,000.
For that.
And it'll only cost 1,679,700 yen.
It is so worth it.
To start for $12,234 US.
I mean, but then you got to factor in, shipping to get it over here. But
It's just a Japanese car.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shipping.
You want
gotta get it.
something that's SUV like here?
Yeah.
We got that.
Ha! Maybe in this next story.
The MDX. It's debuted in 2000. This is the 4th generation. They're having the same 3-liter turbocharged V6 engine that produces 355 horses and 354 torques. 10-speed automatic Acura's SH all-wheel drive system. Brembo brakes on 20s.
Goddamn
0
right.
to 60, 5.5 seconds.
Yeah.
It has 18.1 cubic feet of cargo space that can grow to 48.4. Starts, this one, they reviewed the S-Type. The regular one starts at 67.8, but the S-Type starts at 74.
And I will tell you why. Because the S-Type MDX has the first Acura air ride suspension. This car will literally, when it's parked, lowers down a little bit. The different suspension modes, raises up, lowers a bit.
Well, it's funny you should say that. He says the suspension shit.
It is.
It made his
to some
passenger. The S-Type's ride felt harsh over rough roads. It made my passenger queasy. That's not good. They also complain that the third row is not made for humans.
Did I mention that it was a Japanese for the human size part?
Oh, there's more.
But also, it's first to Acura air ride suspension. They're going to work it out.
The third row's too small for humans. He hated the interface. It was horrible to interact with. Torque vectoring was not nearly as great as the competitors. And I'll say it doesn't look nearly as good as that new one with the 360 roof.
Look, I actually do like the look of the new MDX over the bad things in it, because look, an air ride suspension, it's a gas guzzler. The interface is atrocious. I mean, but it's like drinking coffee that's poison.
There are good things. He mentions there's minimum turbo lag. The S-Type has the air ride suspension, ambient lighting, 16-way seats.
Yeah.
And they have the DMC wheels.
Okay, so we did like the suspension in the air ride.
Yes.
I didn't mind the regular advanced model. When I drove it, I didn't mind the suspension. I mean, it was through like 2-3 inches of snow, and it's a heavy bitch that stuck to the road. So I was just impressed I got to work. I'm a low bar, but overall, I enjoyed this version over the half kind of redesign they did before this, to where like, well, we're going to keep the same car. We're just going to change the grill.
Well, I'm sure there will be more on the Honda Odyssey in the future. I mean, the MDX. I get them confused.
I mean, subtle differences.
This is the MC20. This one has DMC.
Yeah.
I was so excited about DMC. It's not the Acura. They don't have DMC. No one runs with DMC, but Maserati does. Get it?
I mean, nothing like running with DMC.
Upgrades all over the place. New fenders, carbon fiber grill bits, new sides, air skirt intake in the front there. You can see it right here, I think. Lowered by 1.2 inches. Carbon fiber wing with aluminum risers, 3-liter turbocharged neutrino engine, V6, 621 horsepower, 538 torques.
Neutrino?
In the back seat.
I mean, it's probably not powered by neutrinos. I mean, cosmic energy.
That's what they call it.
Oh, maybe they're just grabbing from symbolism.
Yeah. It's probably called more like the Neptuno.
It was Nettun. So.
Nettuno. Netttuno.
Oh, UNO. Yeah. Nettuno. So it's got like an Atlantic feel.
The DMC is going to replace the wheels on the car, on the supercar. 20s and 21, forged in Canada. This car was at Monterey Car Week. Let's see if we have more photos below.
God, I hope so.
There we go. There we go. This one's red and black. I like the air with the hood there.
Yeah.
Fantastic looking. They make a great looking supercar. It looks great all over.
I mean, you look here at the front end. Really good. I was on my way here from work one day, and 2 days ago, and I saw this 1940s, like, really slick back Ford. I was captivated. A lot like this car here.
You know what I saw the other day? I saw a guy had a Willis.
Ooh.
He had a Willis. I'm like, oh,
man.
That's just beautiful to look at. It's just like this car.
Delco, we love you, baby. Get one of these.
Fantastic looking all over. You could get this.
That's part
also.
That's part of Mattman's favorite backhands right there. That is sexy.
Nice looking back end there.
Oh, yeah.
You could also get this next story. Tractor beam.
Please.
So Toyota has been working on tractor beam.
All right.
So someone suggested, they had a suggestion box that Toyota calls the Hype Innovation Suggestion System.
They love to give things interesting names like that. It's a Japanese thing, I
So
guess.
someone suggested a tractor beam, so they're working on it, as you see here. The way they're working it with the Sienna is what they're testing it on. They're still in the early stages of development, where the car follows at a reasonable distance at a reasonable speed.
This just isn't where I thought tractor beams would start technologically.
Trailers, yeah. This is a way to tow.
I didn't think it would start like this.
Yeah, they're still in early testing.
With the Toyota Sienna.
Yeah, well, that's what you're going to...
That's the closest thing you can get to
tow
it. I guess some kind of truck.
Yeah, the following vehicle follows without any interaction from the driver. I think it's fantastic.
It is. It's so
I like
future. It's so sci-fi.
The photo up top.
Mm-hmm. Right
or
around.
the animation up top. Go up one. Oh, it's gone.
So, yeah. The
Tractor
animation.
beams are coming to your future.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Who would have thought? You could see it as early as next year.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah. So basically, it just drives the car and follows the guy in front of it. Is what it looks like. Up next is someone we don't talk about all that often. Here is Bentley. Bentley is touting the most exquisite interior ever. Molnar Bar is what the vehicle is. It's a new two-door Grand Coupe, limited to 18 models, and the people buying it are Bill, Ted, Nancy. No, I'm kidding.
Malabar?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Klingon house.
It's named after a lake in Argentina.
Oh. I thought Klingon house or yoga pose.
No, not Argentina. Indonesia.
Oh,
Different
wow.
part of the world.
Yeah, no.
Different latitude altogether.
That's like other side.
Yeah. To a 288-foot deep crater. Bentley has its handcrafted 6-liter twin-turbo V12 engine that has lasted 12 years.
Wow.
20 years. Not 12.
Wow, that's even more impressive. 12 years, huh? It's actually
Go
20.
down. They have a unique piece of laser-etched sound art. There it is.
Oh, that's
It
it.
is the engine sound of the V12 on the dash there.
Oh,
Laser etched.
that right there, that little thing.
And Bentley would like you to know, over the last 20 years, they've increased the power by 40% while improving fuel efficiency 25% with their
Although-
V12 engine.
In this program, I do start off with an engine noise. That might not be a bad engine.
Well, it's an engine. No, it's just laser etched.
Well, no, I'm saying that noise for an engine. I start off this show with a engine noise for the
That's
intro.
fantastic.
I think this is the perfect engine to put there. I'll have to start it with this one.
Just scan this here.
This story is where we got that engine
we'll
thing.
get it like that.
There we go. I just got to scan it. Get the QRL code ready. I don't think that works that way.
And I'll take this next story. The end of gasoline is near. Buick is looking at with this new Electra EV Wildcat concept. I think it looks great. What?
I don't like the end, that word, end of gasoline engines.
It is.
I don't like it.
It is. That's it. They're ending.
It's so futuristic
They're no
and
longer
sexy
making
looking.
them. You're
That's
gonna
what I don't
buy
like about
electric.
this story. It's so futuristic and sexy looking. It makes me, it wants me to buy it.
Yeah. You know, but with concepts, they don't always look like that.
Oh, yeah, no. That finished product's not gonna
We're
look
guessing that they're going to put a similar setup as in the Lyriquois, a single engine that will produce about 340 horsepower, 325 torque, probably about 300 miles of range. I think it looks fantastic.
We're going to talk about this car. And
that's
how
what they're going for.
We're going to talk about this car and how futuristic it looks and how good it looks. And then later on in another podcast, we're going to talk about the massive recall it had because it burnt down 50 people's homes.
Yeah. Kia, I think there's another recall that I didn't add in here. For Kia, they could catch fire or something.
Watch out.
Check National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
It's a
for your
very
recalls
important
near you.
website, apparently.
Yes, the national, it's the government.
You know.
So
How
they're looking out
important
for
those
you,
guys are.
just like this next concept. Dodge Daytona SRT is coming right now in a concept. Dodge is going electric with the Dodge Daytona SRT concept. It is the 1968 Charger reborn. Go down and we can look at that Charger. Not a lot of details are known.
like that.
They do talk about the electrification process and the story about how Dodge is doing it. And go down further. Do they have? Is that an actual?
Hey, there we are.
There you go. So fantastic. It's nice to see they have a electric car coming. They're really getting it out. And I think this
And
is
it
the
looks good.
concept that they had at that auto show Joe Rogan was talking about with the engine noise, artificial engine noise.
Yes. It looks
I'm
great.
not
though.
sure about the artificial engine noise.
Well, I mean, they've been doing that. I like the fact that it does look like a Dodge Charger just from the look of it. I
Yeah.
mean, it has that quintessential look while still being different and innovative. Like this
And
front
the
end.
Charger and Challenger are ending. So this is going to be their new sports car.
Well, you even saw that with Acura
muscle car,
because
better
the NSX Type S that came out, that was they said that's their last petroleum engine NSX, and now we saw that bed sheet a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah.
So there's that immediate answer of electric.
Yeah, I think it
For
looks
these.
good. I'm going to love seeing it on the road.
I think electric is good for a supercar answer. I don't see like regular pedestrian cars getting that overall mass production like we're doing with the
And muscle cars, they all look fantastic.
Oh, they all have. They're all sexy.
They all look
Yeah.
great.
Everything's great. Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
How are you? Just like this next story, Tesla Model Y is going to Europe, although it was already in Europe, and their same rear-wheel drive model that's everywhere else, listed range from 238 miles to 331 miles, top speed 217, 0 to 106.9 seconds. They're raising it by 50,000 Netherlands dollars.
Okay.
No, it's cheaper by 50,000 Netherlands dollars, which is about 20,000 US dollars.
You should add a minus in there.
The Tesla Model Y is cheaper in Europe. They're selling it by $20,000 cheaper.
That's nice. It's a good plan, especially marketing wise, of having that
Cheaper in Europe than the United States, where it's made.
Yeah. But if you
Make
could
them.
sell a Tesla in Europe,
Available December 2022 to February 2023.
how do you like overall the look?
It needs a
of the
grill.
Tesla.
I don't
Y?
care if there's nothing in there. I think it looks like they forgot to add it.
It was just a like Gary didn't
I know
show
you
up
don't
that day.
need it, but like
Gary didn't show up that day. He was the designer on the grill, and it was just like, you know
Gary
what,
called out sick, so we're just not going to have one. Oh, okay.
Len, I need you to make the grill. Fuck Gary. It doesn't have a grill. I imagine that's how it turned out. You know?
Okay.
I might be off.
Well, we're going to go more about ends with the end of this next story. This will be the last Renault Megane. Here it is. 1.8 liter turbocharged, 4-cylinder mid-engine Alpine 110A, which gives it 300 horsepower and 251 torque. Top speed 155, seats 5, hydraulic suspension, optional limited slip diff front wheel via ECD, efficient dual clutch, automatic 6-speed gearbox.
I really like the styling of this
Control
car.
paddle shift, and great exhaust sound. They report
All important.
great exhaust.
But overall styling of this car, I really like. I love that orange color. You
a
don't
nice color.
get orange enough.
You don't. There's not
Like-
enough orange in the world.
You know, I mean, some people don't get this kind of a vibrant color.
Yeah, it doesn't come out this vibrant and orange
You know,
everywhere.
some people don't get that. So having that as a
Let's see if they
available
have more
color in the car
photos
is
below,
nice.
so we give this Megane. The last Megane will be the 2022 Megane. Not bad for a French
It's
hot
not bad.
hatch.
That's not bad at all. It kind of reminds me of like a GTI with an attitude.
Give the full story a look over at Road and Track. You want to read up about the last one? I think it looks good all around.
That's great.
Great
Look at
front
that.
end.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I like the lights and the fog
Yeah.
lights down there at the bottom.
Yeah,
It's
right here.
great
Kind of
looking.
very like I don't know, almost like that old time camera, you know, that they used to have in animated. like in Batman the animated series, if they had a film camera, it had like the 3
the
lenses
three
like
lights,
that.
those old,
You know what I mean? Like that old time camera, it just fits for fog lights right there. I love that. And that interior, man,
Interior looks fantastic. Simple interior, it looks like.
it's all you need. Simplistic sometimes.
Shifter
works.
looks like the cup holder that folds away. Fantastic looking.
Yeah, a lot. I have that in my TL, the little slidey thing. It's nice. It is nice. I mean, a lot of nice subtle nods to other cars.
Not a bad back end
work.
for a hatchback.
Honestly, yeah, no, I don't mind that. I mean, hatchback back ends can all look the same.
Yeah.
You know, like white women at an old country buffet. But that stands out in the crowd.
Yeah. And we thank you for joining us this week.
Yes.
We hope you join us
we
next
do.
week,
Absolutely.
where we'll have more news that you could use. Check us out over there on Facebook, Lugnutz Podcast. We got more coming up in the future.
A lot like the end of this show, because it does not matter if you drive a Koenigsegg or a Ford. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Until then, drive on!
We have a couple honorable mentions here.
Oh.
Koenigsegg founder Christian von Koenigsegg. He likes the Corvette C8. He says it's fantastic. It starts at $60,000, that car.
That's not bad.
Whether you're going to be able to find one for that or not.
Oh, not now. No.
Yeah, no.
No, it'll be 90.
And another story that I couldn't really justify adding was U.S. car companies are moving battery factories over from China, so we're less dependent on them. So,
Okay.
well, we're going to have that going for us. Thank you for joining us.
We'll have batteries a lot like you'll have us next week. We'll see you then. Drive on.
I know, my friend, I know.
Drive on Lugnutz.
So we're in Verstappen territory as far as F1 goes. His hometown.
Yeah, I will say it was impressive, him coming from 14th.
I know you don't really like the guy, so that's very, a very big statement.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he came out and performed.
You can't really deny when someone comes from that far back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean.
Our boy Hamilton out in the very beginning. What a shame.
Man.
It really, that really, Formula One, I think, is a deceptive sport.
It is.
Because on the surface, you think it's all about the driver, but it's
number
not.
one. It's about.
It's
oh,
not
it's
about the
that
driver.
guy. No.
It's about the team.
Yeah.
Because like Hamilton, you could have one of the greatest drivers ever, and if the car doesn't get the team, and that just doesn't work.
Well, it's like Ricardo. He was doing so good last season. This season on a new team, he feels off.
Yeah.
Like feeling off by hitting that subscribe button or like and commenting below. Maybe you have a luggy and nutty ride. Let us know. Pop on over here to facebook.com/Lugnutz Podcast and comment and let us know if you have a ride that you'd like us to talk about. But we also want you to find the very best Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers video from you right above my head and right above Big Brother's head. Every single Lugnutz podcast in a playlist. Until next week, gang, we don't end until our main man says,
Drive on Lugnutz.
bye-bye.
Drive on Lugnutz.